Good evening. Good evening. It's been a while. It has been a while, guys. Welcome to another episode of Eagle Eyed Football. Thank you for tuning in. And what a week it's been. Particularly with the transfer window, and that's what we're here to discuss. I'm extremely excited about the business we've done so far. And I'm still almost speechless in a sense, particularly because I don't think we've ever had a window like this, ever, and the way the window had, the way that, the state of which we were at the start of, of preseason, and that we had a lot of players that were just out, a lot of players out of contract. We were very thin on the ground, to now end the window with a lot of optimism. I feel we've addressed, I'll say 95% of areas. If I was going to say if there's any other positions I might have thought of, could be a right winger, and even another left back. But at the same time, you've got Jez, and you've also got Mitchell. Sorry, I've got to charge my Mac before it dies. There you go. Sorry, if I didn't charge it, it would have cut out. So I'm fairly optimistic with the signings. In all honesty, like, getting that striker was huge. And on deadline day, and there was just like so many to and fro in. There were different names thrown into the hat. We had rumors of Jeremy Boga. And Ketia was close, then he just pulled out because of obviously contract talks and stuff. Edward was like, yes, he's coming down for a medical early doors. Then he heard nothing for hours. So it was absolute carnage. I think I echo the most of you fans who were just constantly refreshing, just constantly like, announce him. And obviously he finally got announced, and it gives us a lovely dilemma. It gives our gaffer a lovely dilemma, because with the addition of Hughes as well, we've got options. I can't recall the last time I could say we've got options. Imagine Elise is very close to coming back. Eze is on the route back. I'm hearing Ferguson's very close to coming back too. I'm not, like I said, I'm not in ITK. It's just different reports I'm hearing and stuff. But it's absolutely unreal, the squad depth we actually have now at the club. So credit to the owners, credit to Patrick for being able to do a lot of business in a short space of time as well. But you know what? As always, I say, I don't want to be the one talking too much. It's about your guys' opinion, your opinion. So, like, the link is pinned to the top of the comment section. My little one's excited, just like me. I'll drop the link in again, and I'll get my first guest on. Get the first guest on. Actually, before I do that, let me just change the brand. And there we go. We got the thumbnail up, and I think we're good to go. Kurt, how's it doing?
Hello, my man. How are you?
Oh, I am so excited still. So excited. Yeah. International break came at the wrong time.
I know. I mean, it's come at the wrong time in terms of excitement, but it gives Elise and Edouard time to really kind of settle in with the first team training, and hopefully. Yeah. I mean, is it too optimistic to say I want them both to start against Spurs? Maybe Elise, but Edouard, I mean,
throw him in.
Because you slip straight in,
Throw him in.
Yeah, but absolutely. As you say, I think your little one might be excited as us about Edouard signing. So
absolutely. First question to you: thoughts on the window in itself?
Amazing, absolutely amazing window. I mean, me personally, I think we're probably one loan deal away from calling it a 10 out of 10 window. I still personally would call it a 10 out of 10 window for Palace, and our budget in previous windows. I think this has got to be a 10 out of 10 window. But I mean, Parrish himself said it was a 9 out of 10 window. So clearly, something happened in the window that fell through or didn't happen that perhaps should have done. Maybe, we're talking about Jeremy Bogger. We're talking about maybe one of the people we let go, contract reasons, Cahill, Andros. Maybe Parish wanted to keep one of them on. But overall, I think we had an absolutely fantastic window. And as you were saying about our squad depth, I'm feeling a lot more at ease now. And it's not just that, because I think with an older squad, you need squad depth. But when you bring in young players, they can go the extra yard. They can play the extra game and midweek, and over the January period and the festive period, they can play multiple games in a week because they're younger, they're fitter, unlike last season. So not only have we actually bolstered the squad, having a younger players means that we are looking a lot healthier, a lot better for that busy festive period.
Absolutely. And I think, and this is why I like the headache that Vieira has, because they're going to be well, I'm hoping so anyway. But when there's competition for places, all it does is make everyone around you hungry.
100%.
Knowing that, listen, if I'm back on the bench, I might not see any more football.
100%. And I think we saw that last season as well. I mean, if you want the clear example of competition for places, we're talking about Benteke. Obviously had 3-1 at things and he was not doing well. And although JP has not kind of had the impact we wanted him to have, bringing him in on loan and him scoring against Brighton really pushed Benteke, especially in that last bit of the season. It pushed him, made him realise, all right, if I'm not playing well, I'm not putting myself about, then I have the potential not to start next week. And obviously the arrival of Edouard will push Benteke even harder. I personally think Benteke drops to our number 2 striker now. I think, you look at the kind of, I just think, you look at the posts that we've been putting up, Palace especially, the kind of announcement videos, the hype around it. For me, there's only one starting striker for now. And we're talking about being on form. Different league, new to the squad, I know. But I think Edouard will get a first team place. And it's up for Benteke to kind of push Edouard and say, one of us are going to kind of stay in the team. But
absolutely. What do you think Edouard will bring? Excited. What do you think he'll bring to us?
Edouard?
Yeah.
It's a good question. I'm hoping, first and foremost, it sounds so stupid, but shoot. I think there's so many times we watch Palace and it's like, especially under this new system, we've got the ball a lot, but for years now, you're on the edge of the box, there's half a chance, and you won't, they'll kind of snuff it, turn around, play back, and they'll try and carve out a better chance than the one we've got, and it will kind of end in nothing most of the time. I just hope that Edouard is hungry for goals, and even if he's missing a few here and there, just getting the chances in, and obviously, hopefully, a bit of pace. We know Edouard's got got some burners on him. He's got quick feet. All of these things, and especially in a ball-playing system, I think it's better suited to the likes of Benteke, for instance.
Absolutely. If you were to pick the best signing, the best transfer we've done, which one would it be?
I saw someone saying this on Twitter the other day, and I actually completely agree with this. I think we've made a lot of signings for the future, and whilst that is amazing, it's going to take them a while to kind of fit in properly. For me, the best signing we've made this window is Jockey Anderson. I think Jockey Anderson, we're talking about someone who impressed heavily at Fulham on loan last season. We got him for a decent fee, and every time he's on the ball, I know he's had a few hiccups so far, but it's gonna happen. I think when majority of the time when he's on the ball, he looks calm, he looks like a leader, and he looks like someone that, we want him at the core of our team. So I think, Jockey Anderson's probably our best one. But we're spoilt for choice, aren't we? We are spoilt for choice. Yeah. Edouard, Elise, Gueye. Obviously, I wouldn't say Hughes is the most exciting, but a good signing nonetheless. We're spoilt for choice. We really are.
Absolutely. You know what? Let's just bring some more fans in. Let's just make it like a forum now. Why not? Luke, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm happy. Happy Saturday, everyone. Let's go. There's international break, but I think we're still buzzing from the window. I'm just excited to see. I want the Spurs game to come around quickly.
And on that Spurs game, guys, just a thought. I've got in touch with a Spurs fan that I'm good mates with. So we're going to be doing a show Thursday night, a preview. So it'll be myself and him. So yeah, come in, chuck all the banter his way. Let's make it a lively one because I call me crazy. I think we beat them. I honestly
think we get something
beat
out of the game. I've
Yeah.
definitely something out of the game.
So optimistic about that game now. Absolutely. Absolutely. So Luke, your thoughts on the transfer so far?
Probably our best window since we got promoted. I can agree with Kurt. 9 out of 10. I think we should have gone for Ainsley Maitland-Niles.
Great shout.
I think with Ferguson, possibly Klein with his fitness. We all know Klein has problems with his fitness. And Wardy can get caught out a few times. I think Ainsley Maitland-Niles at right back or at right wing back, if Vieira wants to play that three at the back and he wants to be flexible, I think Maitland-Niles would have been a great option.
You know what? And this is why I put this comment up now, because obviously Schlupp's now injured.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm a Ghanaian, so I was watching the game and I was just like, you're kidding me. Absolutely killing me here. And that leaves us quite short in the fullback positions, you know. So I agree, and Ainsley would have been perfect because he could have done a job at left back as well.
And I think if that would have happened a few days ago, just before the deadline, we would have acted on that.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things that happens just at the wrong time. We can't do anything about it, and now we are stuck until January. Hopefully, it's not a bad thing for Schlupp. Hopefully, it's just a tweak and not a complete tear. Or I don't know if any details are emerged about the actual injury itself yet. But now we are stuck with Hanam as Tyreek's cover, which is quite worrying. It is quite worrying. Yeah. But yeah, as you say, Luke, I would have liked us to have tried with Ainsley on deadline day. I know Everton were in for him. And I know Arsenal were quite adamant that they weren't going to let him out on loan. But I think it would have been a really, really good addition. Maybe we could have got a loan to buy, maybe done a cheeky deal on deadline day. I don't know. But also, we're seeing, I don't know what you guys think about this, but Reece Nelson going on loan to Feyenoord. I think we would have, preferred to move across London any day of the week. So I don't know about that one. I think, especially for depth in the winger position as well, that could have been another one we could have got done on deadline day. But
which answers this question, good mate of mine, Santiago. Are you still looking for a winger? Yes.
Yeah. There's the one position, isn't it? The one position this window that we didn't really come away with thinking we did a job there.
Yeah.
But thinking about the winger position now, if we did brought in like a Jeremy Bogle or a Lookman, or do you think it would have ruined the development of Raksaki? Do you think Raksaki can now develop and hopefully, possibly next year, can actually stamp his name into the first team?
Well, I mean, to that, I'd say why next year? I think this is his year. We have not seen him really feature yet. Even at the West Ham game, I know he was named on the bench, but he was playing the night before, which was for me was just a mind-blowing decision to put one of your the hottest prospect in the starting 11 the night before the first team game. I really would like to see Jez play. I really would. But I mean, reports coming out in the week that apparently some top clubs are scouting him at the moment, including Liverpool. I don't know how true that is, but I think we need to get Jez on the pitch, in my opinion, and sooner rather than later, hopefully.
Yeah. Let me just address a few of the comments. So, 14. I'm assuming it's George with the X as the O. But happy I'm going Tottenham Palace. Please be loud and proud on Saturday next week. Prob 1-0 or 1-1 because Spurs always beat us 1-0. I think we're getting something out of that one.
I do. At home.
Definitely. We should get Serge. I don't know
It's a
about
shout.
his. It's a shout, but I just don't know about his attitude.
Yeah, but yeah, I think his attitude, I think his wages as well. They're not going to be cheap, are they?
Yeah, that's a good point. Very, very good point.
You know,
Love to see Teo to get a running in the first
Yeah.
team as backup. Good point, yeah. And you know, funny enough, I was speaking to a United fan about this, and initially I was like, "Oh, it would be great to get Ahmad because he's such a good player." But then I thought, why getting Ahmad on loan to help him develop to go back where we've got our own special talent in Raksaki?
Yeah.
So I'm really hoping Raksaki gets more minutes now that we haven't gone for a winger.
he's got to. He's got to.
Tom Clark says outstanding transfer window. I agree.
Yeah.
What do you think of Palace Twitter last night? I'm going to address that at the end. I am going to address that at the end. And yes, bro. How's it going? All good here. All good. Thanks for tuning in.
Hello.
Luke, where do you think this leaves us for the rest of the season? Now that the window's closed.
Well, we are looking very, very strong in all areas of positions. Even in central midfield, we've got a lot of areas now. We've got a lot of players in that midfield now. And with the arrival of Will Hughes and the potential arrival of Eze coming back from injury, we've got a lot of players in that position. And even in the EDM spot, we've got Luca, we've got Chiarte, we've got Will Hughes, we've got Gyro even in that midfield spot as well. We've got a lot of players in that position in the midfield, and central midfield is probably the most important position on the pitch to control. And also we've got Gallagher. I've forgotten him as well. I'm even forgetting names because we've got so many players in that position now. It's just depth. We've got so much depth now, and I feel like it can really help us. Even when Kurt said it, we've got a lot of depth, and it could help us through the New Year's and the Christmas period and Boxing Day. It's just so nice to see. It's just we're going to be very, very good for those kind of games.
No, I agree. What I'll pose to you, Kurt, then is, I mean, Luke's mentioned Gyro. What do you think is going to happen with him? Because he's now just been frozen out in a sense.
that is a very good question, and one me and my dad have actually talked about. Because when Vieira came in, we both were under the impression that this was going to suit Gyro down to the ground with his ball playing ability. He's beefed up a bit now as well, isn't he? He's kind of a. He's got a pair of shoulders on him. He's not afraid to get into a challenge. So we thought he was going to kind of love it, but not seen any of him, and it's quite weird. But look, I can't predict the future. Maybe something happens on the injury front, and he gets a chance, he gets to run out, or maybe there's a game that's suited to his ability better than others, and he gets a run out. And I think he will be in, kind of a lot of contention with someone like Hughes, for instance, to kind of get on the pitch. And I hope it works out for Gyro. He's waited so long to make an impression, and it only started working out for him in the kind of later stages of Roy's era.
Yeah, and he had a decent preseason though.
He did, and we got on the Vieira era, and we're kind of thinking, he might be a chance for Gyro to get on the pitch, and now he's not. But it's the same. It's the same with Jez though. We're all thinking this is the time for Jez is going to play, and I know it's early doors, but we haven't seen it yet. So I mean, I'd ask you guys a question. What would be a game?
Like a left-sided centre back.
Anything's possible, I suppose. Anything's possible, but with Guay and Anderson, I think if anyone was going to fill in at centre back as the third centre back, it probably would be Chiarte.
Yeah, I agree. And Gay and Anderson, unless it's I don't want to say a cup tie is an easy thing, because we don't do very well in the cup. But,
how many cup ties do you think we're getting, mate? Seriously, we've only got the FA Cup. That's it.
This is it. So, normally in the FA Cup you might blood in a few players and stuff, but we actually need to score in the cup games.
Yeah, we do.
Absolutely crazy. You know, I'm going to ask the comment section as well on this. So, everyone, just because I've obviously heard from Kurt, Luke, who was your favorite transfer so far? Comment section, type in who your favorite transfer is so far that we've done this window.
So my favorite is, there's a lot of players that I like and I've seen. I'm gonna have to probably say it's hard. It's between Edouard and Gallagher. But after seeing the performances so far, I'm gonna have to say Gallagher so far.
Yeah, you know what? It's difficult not to say him, you know. I mean, I haven't seen anything of Edouard yet, but it's just the area that we needed.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it obviously in Palace. I've seen games with him with Celtic and stuff. Yeah, I think it's Edouard for me.
There's just no way Edouard's not getting goals. It's just no way. This guy, I don't care what league he's playing in before. There is no way. This guy is a goal scorer. This guy's job is to put the ball in the net. And he is amazing at it. He's 23 years old. 23.
And we signed him a lovely 5-year as well.
Exactly. I mean, there's just no way that he's not getting... I'm not talking about ripping the league to shreds in his first season, but he will get goals. I think, Luke, what you said about Gallagher, I would love to say Gallagher, but I think the fact it's a loan kind of tarnishes it a little bit just because we're talking about permanent transfers.
Yeah.
But if Gallagher wasn't a permanent, I think we'd all be sitting here saying, yeah, Conor Gallagher is our favourite transfer.
Well, you know what? Saunaghez could be bought by Chelsea if they decide to keep him. So there's hope for next season. There's hope. Michael the Scrub Tarling, hey, lovely name. Says Anderson. Just CPFC says Michael Elise, Defo. And then we've got a few for Edouard, including Alex. J718 says mine personally is Elise Ogayi. And Elise is a bargain, absolutely. And you know what?
Yeah.
I love the fact that we've all picked different players, which shows the window's been amazing.
It's been incredible.
It's been so good. You know, and credit to, like I said, the owners for just giving us a bit of joy.
Yeah.
You know?
When we're talking about, I mean, I've seen multiple neutral fans as well. Even, you know, some other YouTubers, some influencers saying Crystal Palace have had the best window in the league. That's mental. You know, when are we ever going to have that? When will we ever have that again, really? Competing with 20 teams. We're talking teams that have signed Ronaldo this year. Varane, Sancho, Grealish. Some world-class players. And people are saying compared to our club size, we've had the best window.
Yeah. And you know what it is, I think we knew the areas we needed to get players in, and we've addressed it.
Yeah.
In the past, we could have said that we've just bought players because they were available.
Yeah.
But this seems a lot more targeted. I mean, obviously, we'll probably short one or two, but...
You're so right. It's not a case of, we've got a 30, 31 or 2-year-old who's like Aurier. We would have snapped him up a couple of years ago. Now we're waiting, seeing. We don't want to be going into kind of blind deals, giving people high wages for old players. We've changed our philosophy now.
Yeah.
Like poaching Elise, for me, as someone said it there in the comment section, how the hell did we get that deal done over bigger clubs? Credit to, I'm not even going to credit to the board on this one as such, because 8 million isn't a great deal to stump up. Credit goes to Dougie, because to scout that transfer out for 8 million has just got to be one of the highlights of my window.
And fair play to Doug, because he even said, listen, I go and put in the hard work and I go around and look for talent.
Yeah.
And he hasn't lied.
No.
Look at the players we've been linked with this window.
They're top
compared
players.
to like other top players. And the thing is, the majority of them have thought about it.
Yeah.
So that's credit to Dougie,
And
credit to the board, and that's credit to Patrick Vieira being there for us to say he's literally a factor in this.
Yeah.
It's so huge. Sorry, Luke.
Yeah, and look at And look at the players that are already in my squad, and we've kept Wilf again.
Yeah.
It was so nice to have a window without any Wolf speculation, by the way.
I think he's happier. I mean, we're seeing pictures on the training ground of Vieira. He's smiling, he's laughing. He's playing with a legend of the game. He must be happier than the kind of Roy Hodgson figure. But one thing I did want to say is that, especially when we're talking about players like Elise, like Edouard, like Anderson, I am so stunned that some bigger clubs didn't come in at the last minute and take them from us. I was sitting there at about 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock on deadline day, thinking someone's going to come in for Edouard. I think Arsenal are going to come in for Edouard. Maybe Leicester. Someone is going to come in for Edouard, bigger than us. And it didn't happen. We beat other teams to the signature of a player like that. This is a new Crystal Palace. This is a new team we're seeing here.
And what I love about it, whenever they talk about London clubs, we seem to get overlooked.
Mm-hmm.
Even Fulham, they kind of see as like a big London club.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Maybe because we don't make enough noise, but we've made a damn good statement this window.
Yeah.
And hopefully we get the respect that we deserve, to be honest, because we are a big club. We are a big club. George said earlier, obviously, Wolf will be happy to see quality players around him, and that is what we've done. We've brought in quality. Let me just address a few more comments. Just CPFC, is Elise available for Spurs? I think he's in the running. Whether he'll start or not, I'm not sure. But I think we've got to manage him well.
Yeah, don't rush him back.
Yeah. Wouldn't want to rush him back. No one can say Parish isn't the best chairman we've ever had. Absolutely. Can't agree. Can't disagree with that.
100%. He is one of the best.
100%. Wolf is a role model for Elise and Ed. That's a good point, Wolf gets such bad press, but he's staying another year with us, could be longer. If he sees the rest of his career with us, I don't want to hear any slander.
No.
Don't want to hear any slander because he's a club legend already. Club legend, and I said it in my last one. Yes, he can be a bit petulant at times, but that's football for you. But his reputation goes against him because they see him as some diver when he actually gets fouled. He actually gets fouled. And with the introduction of VAR, you would think that they'll see more of this. But hey, we all know our thoughts on VAR. But that's a topic for another day, John Lee says Hughes, good vibes. Absolutely. And you know what, with the Hughes signing, because I don't think I've touched on it much. His technical ability is unreal. And if we're going to get the ball from he's going to pick up the ball from the defense and then make those defense splitting passes or break the lines. And as long as we could get into our front line, think of Eze, Saha, Edouard, Elise, Benteke. I'll put Mateta in there as well. The amount of Gallagher, the amount of attacking threat we have now.
It is those players. I've talked about it before in one of my blogs and saying we miss those players to receive the ball from the defenders, dip the shoulder, turn, and play the ball. Direct passing to turn defence into attack. That's what we've missed. Hughes, Gallagher, especially as well. Gyro can be on his day. We've got players to effectively to make that transition happen now.
Yeah.
And as you just mentioned, our attackers as well. Not just in terms of ball playing, but on counter attacks, we're going to be lethal.
Absolutely. Luke?
And have you seen how many dead ball specialists we've got in the team now?
Actually, Edouard can take a free kick too,
Elise, Edouard, Luca, Gallagher likes a free kick.
Yeah,
in the corner. Yeah,
it's looking good.
It is.
Saturday can't come quick enough.
Nope.
Michael the Scrub Tarling. I won't lie. Michael, keep chucking in comments. I would not have any issues saying your name. I love this name. Absolutely. So he's referring to Wilf. He admits himself that he whines a lot because of how competitive he is. And he is very competitive. You can tell. He doesn't like to lose. And that should be the attitude across the board, regardless, And I think that's something that will be embedded in the team, as we've progressed. Personally, I think since the Chelsea game, we've got better each game. You know, a win is not far off, and that's why I'm so optimistic again about the Tottenham game, which won't be easy. You know, I'll be a fool to say, "Oh yeah, we'll batter them." No, but I just feel that we'll be a lot more confident against them than we usually are.
Yeah,
personally,
definitely.
All right, and just CPFC, Vieira plays a type of way that the midfielders press a lot, and Hughes and Gallagher does that perfectly. However, James McCarthy does have to let for that, and I think that's why Hughes has come in, because Macca's been superb and he's been a great servant for us, but he is getting on.
And you know what? I just want to say that's a really good point actually, and I think the reason we're seeing a lot of Macca right now is to settle the younger players down a bit. Right now, you can't just chuck out a younger squad. You can't just chuck in all the new signings at once. You need a bit of experience. And I think someone like Macca in the middle of the park really calms people down a lot, keeps a level head. He's good on the ball. But over the course of the season, I think we'll start to see him dropped a bit more. And we'll start seeing Hughes, for instance, being pushed into the team. But I think that might be just a temporary fix.
But once again, it's a lovely headache to have. You know, before you look at the bench and you're just like, yeah, this starting 11 might as well just do the 90. You know, and such. Big shout out to Paul Bacon. He's actually a Spurs fan. And I was on his podcast. When was it? When did I do it? Earlier in the week, Monday, I believe it was. My Football Hero. So check that out. It's really good. I basically had to say who were my 5 footballing heroes growing up as a child, and my footballing villain and such. So that I think will be out in a couple of weeks. So it'll be a great listen. Absolutely great listen.
Yeah.
He's back. Michael the Scrub Tarling. It was always going to be your rocky start. It was. Our schedule was mad. It was crazy. We didn't actually have a difficult set of preseason games, and we needed the first few games to actually experiment at Premier League level. And I think the players are now comfortable with how we're trying to play. I mean, it was a bit risky in the first up against West Ham, but what I liked is that they still did it.
Yeah.
They still tried. And the little tweak was obviously once we got the fullbacks up the field a bit, we just looked so much better. Like West Ham couldn't get out their half.
Yeah.
You know, which was amazing to see. So long may that continue. Spurs Palace has become a big game thanks to Vieira. It was always a big game.
It'd be knee sliding down the touchline, mate. Don't you worry, Paul. Don't you worry about that.
John Lee, my only concern is left back. I do like Mitch, but I think he needs someone to put his. And yeah, we addressed that a bit earlier on. It's literally it's just Mitchell and Hannon. We are light there, unless he wants to throw Gyro there, which I hope he doesn't do because he looked awful there against Charlton, I believe it was. Schlupp personally probably would have been the cover. He's probably out for a month now, doing his AMI. So I'm hoping we can get someone in January, you know, in that position. Pull back again. Big up Rich, thanks for the shout and apologies for the typos. We don't care for the typos, mate. We don't care. Yeah, you are a Spurs fan. That's probably why there are typos. So, you find little digs. I do love that now.
Love it.
J718 back. Would you start Ratsaki versus Tottenham? Cut?
For me, no, I wouldn't start at least. Ratsaki, not against Spurs. I think it's a big game to throw him into. But, you know, if the game's going well and the platform's there for him, then definitely put him on, but probably not start him. I just want to say, by the way, chaps, my computer's about to die, so I'm going to shoot off.
No worries.
Thanks for having me on. And yeah,
always welcome.
Good to speak to you all.
No, I appreciate that. Thanks a lot, Kurt.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
See ya.
Luke, yourself, would you start him?
Raksaki, no, I'll start Olise. We've got to start off front three.
Oh, you're chucking straight in.
Yeah,
you're chucking straight in. Okay. Good. Now, I think the fans are waiting for him to come back. To be honest.
Yeah, 100%. I think, as you said earlier, we've got to bed him in slowly.
Yeah, I think so.
But anyway, I've got to go as well. I've got to shoot as well.
No, that's totally fine because I'm about to talk about a certain thing and then head off myself and sort the little girlies, getting ready for bed and that and such. But no, thanks again for jumping on, Luke.
I'll see you soon. Up the palace.
Up the palace indeed. Take care.
See you soon. Bye.
Right. So a few more comments. Did you see Palace's Twitter as he was doing keep ups with the ball? I'm just so happy to see he's progressing. I know obviously his initial return was, I think, December, and now they're talking about October. So there's definitely progress there. Once again, I hope we don't rush him back to the point where he gets another injury, but it's definitely good signs. And yeah, I'm going to discuss this now. Right. So obviously, you know what, like I said, I tweeted, before let me address this comment first. As he's making unbelievable progress with his injury, I did not expect to see him running on a treadmill. Yeah, this is it. He's definitely a lot further in his progress than he was before, which is great signs, great to see. So yeah, the squad's coming back together, which is going to be absolutely amazing. It's going to be exciting times. But yeah, let's talk about yesterday. Now, like I said, I've been a bit quiet just because school started back up, so I'm there teaching again. So it's the amount of stuff I do might decrease. I'm hoping not. I'm still hoping to do the match reactions, do a match preview, so I'm hoping to still do that. If you see me in my classroom just chucking up little contents, that's because that's the best time for me to do it and stuff. But I'm still looking to be out here churning out Palace content for us to have a platform to speak. But I got in, and obviously I just thought I'd just jump on Twitter as I do. And the first tweet I actually saw was, and obviously we all know we're talking about Josie here, was that I'm going to sell my season ticket. Now, Josie's obviously been very supportive of my channel. He said he liked it, and I think at one point he even said that he's raffling the Tottenham game, I believe. And if people subscribe to my channel, now I actually then messaged him and said, listen, you don't need to do that. Like, I want people to subscribe to me because they like what I'm doing, but I was very appreciative of the gesture, so even if it means that people subscribe to me just to see if they could win and then they'd unsubscribe, so be it. You know what I mean? Like, I can't force anyone to be here or to like what I do or to like me. You know what I mean? But I was just like, why on earth is he selling the season ticket? Then I saw what actually had happened. And I was just like, whoa. Now, don't get me wrong. If it is the case, I personally will be celebrating Edouard's goal. And the reason why I've come to that thing is because I would like to wait to hear what actually happened. And this is not to take anything away from Josie, because he's his own person, he's his own views and own morals, which I totally respect and stuff. But personally, like I would like to wait, and that's why I've not mentioned anything about this, what my own opinion on what's happened on Twitter or whatever, the Edouard thing. Me personally, I just want to wait till everything is like 100% concrete before I then make a informed decision myself. Because to be fair, like, you could ask, why has this come out now? Why is it when he's made a big move to Palace? Has it been out for longer? Why? There's so much in the air, you know what I mean? If it is the case where he's done that, I would like to think he'll do the right thing and obviously pay up, you know what I mean? But like I said, I've got to wait and see. But what I wasn't pleased about personally, and feel free to take shots at me if all you want as well, is like there was the memes, there was like abuse. Listen, banter. There was some banter there. Like I won't lie, I had a little giggle. Some of the things were actually quite funny. It was like a little bit of banter, but some were just way over the top. You know what I mean? And to the point where it's like there was like a defamation of character, saying, I've heard there were some people saying that like, he was just doing it for likes and retweets, but you can never tell what people's motives are. You know what I mean? Twitter's not the place for that. Like, Twitter's toxic. No word of a lie. As much as I want it a bit. It can be a very, very toxic place. And I think, personally, people took it too far. If you were one that thought it was just banter to you, cool. But like, obviously, I don't know if you can get in touch with him and stuff, but just like communicate that. Don't forget, like, you also got to look at the fact that he's Portuguese as well. So, like, things could be lost in translation. And now I'm not making excuses because, listen, Jose is his own man. He can speak for himself, innit? I'm just trying to look at it from both sides. Do you understand? And but the biggest issue I had personally with the whole thing that happened yesterday was the abuse. Banter, cool. Abuse, not on. And there was, like I said, Michael Swabton says, hey, people definitely took Twitter thing too far, turned him into a cartoon villain. It was not needed, to the point where the guy's now saying, you know what, maybe I've got to just give him a season ticket away now. It's crazy. It's crazy, personally. Honestly, I hope he doesn't. And if he does decide to turn up to a game, what I don't want is for people to go, oh, I thought you were selling, you know what I mean? Like, listen, he's a fan first and foremost. Guys, we are all Palace fans, regardless. We're going to have our viewpoints on certain things. If we all thought the same way, what's the point of living? What I would have said, and like I said, I'm not going to tell you what you should have done, but it would have been nice to see more of a discussion about it. Like, oh, so why do you think this way? You know what I mean? But that's my 2 pence. Listen, we're not all going to agree on everything, guys, at all. Like, it's better we have difference of opinions, because we could talk to each other about it. We can share different viewpoints, and then we take it from there. But most importantly, we just need love and respect, man. Just got to be kind to one another. So I don't expect the banter to stop. I'm expecting when Edouard scores his first goal, his name to pop up again. Is what it is, but most importantly, let's keep. Listen, I joined Twitter just like on a personal account, but then once I started the channel, I reached out and said, like, guys, please follow me. Like, it'd be great to have more and more followers and retweet, and I've built a little platform, and you guys have been amazing. Honestly, you've been amazing. So thank you for all your love and support. And that even goes out to Josie, because he's given me a bit of support too, and I just hope we're not questioning his ethics and stuff. If you want to celebrate Edouard's goal, celebrate Edouard's goal. Just leave it as that. You know what I mean? And if so, just a bit of context. So Josie put out a tweet saying that, like, obviously there's this rumor that Edouard's, whether it's rumor or whether it's true, like I said, I need to dig in more. I can't make an informed decision without knowing absolutely everything. But there was an incident with an air gun, and which someone had come out and reported it on Twitter. So Josie's basically said, listen, like, if that's the case, hopefully he can come out and give a statement. And, up until that moment, until it's cleared up, I'm not going to be celebrating any goals he scored and stuff. Twitter went off, like, mad on him. I think even to the point, like, pulling up past tweets and stuff like that. It was mad. It was crazy, but it is what it is. Like, Edouard's he's our player now, but you know what it is? It's just the whole aspect of this, and why I thought I wanted to speak up on this is just more so just treating people with respect. And like I said, we're not going to all agree on everything. There's probably things I've tweeted and people are thinking, what's this idiot doing? It is what it is, you know what I mean? But let's just all be respectful. That's all I'm saying, you know what I mean? So God, it's crazy. Listen, underestimate the tribalist nature of Palace Twitter. It's mad. You know what? And I honestly, I could put my hands up and say, you know what? I didn't know that Palace Twitter could be like that. Like, it. What? Maybe do I have to watch what I say? You know what I mean? Like, it was fast. I mean, when I mean it's like bang, 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 bang. Like I said, the banter side, cool. The abuse, not on. You know what I mean? I want to listen. A lot of us are gonna be singing that song. A lot of us are gonna be singing that song. We obviously want the best for the club. And like I said, if things turn out to be true regarding this, then make your decision informed on that. Oh, I'm sorry, so you're gonna finish soon, okay? You're gonna finish now. Now take your sis, please. Yeah, listen, let me wrap up because bless her. She's tired. Let me just hit the last comments. Like, everyone's different, but everyone's the same. So let's set an example to others with how we treat each other online. Absolutely. Would you let go of Sarah if the right fee came in? Depends what the right fee is. Okay, so there you go. This is it. Daddy duties as well as a teacher. There you go. Good girl. What do you call it? What's the right fee? If Dan James can go to Leeds for 28 million, then we're looking at 40. We're looking at 40 plus. We're looking at 40 plus. I want to be Edward. It's definitely going to be sung out. Next week's going to be great. And John Lee, absolutely no problems at all because I'm coming off myself now. Guys, listen, I love you all, man. Love you all. Thank you for tuning in. I'll be back live Thursday evening to do a Spurs preview. Paul, I might even have you on as well, actually, if you're available. So Spurs preview live Thursday night. But guys, please, once again, I love you. Just share love, share kindness, please, guys. Banter, cool, abuse isn't. All right. Listen, we are Palace. We're one family. Let's keep it that way. Love you guys, man. And appreciate the comments. Take it easy. Where's my outro? Oh, there we go.